I'm very scared. I get to this point of the week and go...
You do get quite nervous, don't
What
you?
is going to happen?
This is out of your comfort zone.
He starts breaking out that sweat, doesn't he?
So out of my comfort. This is where Stevie gets to talk, which is great. Welcome to the Crystals and Flames segment, brought to you by Crystals and Flames, Shop 1398, Nepean Highway, downtown Chelsea. Natalie, she's ready for click and collect. You can do that. So just jump on their website, click and collect. You can go to there and grab what you need. And today we have stuff.
Oh, wow. The grand reveal.
We have, is it citrine? Is that what it's called?
We like citrine.
Citrine. You can have the medium citrine, Amy.
Wow.
Or as a friend of mine used to say, frozen Scotch and Coke.
Yes, and Stevie, there's a very heavy one.
Oh my goodness!
So evidently, and Stevie's going to take it to the. So check this out on Facebook, folks. Crystals and Flames. It'll be on our Facebook page later in the week. The Stone of Abundance, evidently.
Yes.
But look at them. They're so into it.
We're bringing it on. Yeah.
So evidently, it teaches. As it teaches you how to manifest lots of stuff. Success in... so it gives you success in business. I want one of these. Citrine is a powerful cleanser as well. What else does it do, Amy?
It enhances positivity.
Right.
And enhances inspiration.
Right. So you... With other things, these are pretty hard to get. Steve's waving.
Bring on the inspiration.
So just for our listeners, we have these huge chunks of crystals that are in like a little wooden plinth. So they're standing up.
Plinth, I like that. Yes.
Yeah, and a small wooden stand, and they're the exposed crystal as it would naturally appear in the rock formation. So they haven't been polished. They're just all the little chunky bits that are sticking out and sparkling everywhere.
They are sparkling. There is no doubt that is sparkling.
Sparkle.
Merchant's Lemonade.
Yes, that's right.
See, that's way before you were born.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's going back to plastic tops.
So this is something. Is this an ornament?
It could be ornamental.
Well, yeah.
You might put it on your altar. You might have
the things we had last week.
Yeah. You might put it nearby you if you were starting on like a creative project. If you wanted to write or create music or something, it would be a good thing to help you feel inspired and energized. And
it depends on your take on it, because some people who just think they're pretty rocks would see them as an ornament.
Yes.
But someone that sees them as an interactive energy processor would see them...
Hold on. What was the last bit? An
interactive energy processor. Because crystals...
Didn't we buy one of them?
Grab energy and alter the frequency and spit it out again, a bit like trees and oxygen, you know.
Yep. So there's the rock.
They look really pretty.
They look pretty. You see, like
frozen Coke and
like
Scotch
your
and
shiny
Coke.
car.
Scotch and Coke. Yeah. I see the cola reference there.
Yeah, the Scotch and Coke frozen.
Scotch and Coke. Yes, it is. Yes, very good. So what I've just handed Steve is a smaller rock, which is sort of I suppose it's
been polished a little bit. So
has it?
You can see
got a little bit of
angles on it,
polishing,
the smooth angles where it's been.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cut yourself with this.
That's what it looks like, raw or chunky.
So it says here it carries the power of the sun.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does it do that?
Magic.
What do you put now? So do you put it outside in the sun and it absorbs the heat?
You could do, yeah.
It says warming here as well.
Well, do you remember we had the ball last week and that was warmer than the other ones?
One ball was warmer than the other.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. The black one was the coldest.
The citrine one, which is the same rock as
this.
this.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right.
Except for that being polished into a round shape.
Yes.
So, but it's the same mineral. They're all minerals.
Where would you dig these up?
Oh,
underground.
I don't know.
You don't know? In the ground.
One. No, because like they're found in all interesting countries like Peru and various places of South
Here in
America.
Australia?
Yeah, some places in Australia, but I don't.
Cooper Pedy and places like that.
You get a lot of amethyst in Australia, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where citrine comes from.
What about opals?
Yeah, you get lots of them in Australia.
Get those in Australia.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know you get them, but are they powerful like these things that do? Are opals the same sort of
Yeah.
crystal?
They're in the same
Same family?
world.
World.
Opals are really good at absorbing money.
What?
It costs a fortune to buy opals.
Hey, leave the jokes to Roy. Oh my goodness! So
like it.
pearls are different, aren't they?
Pearls are different, yeah, because they're created from an animal process, whereas these are minerals that are. But pearls are still effectively a mineral, so there's
Right.
there's
Just
similarities.
created a different way, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, so if you wanted to, to me, these are just pretty.
That's
They're-
fine.
they-
They
are
can be
pretty,
just
yeah.
pretty.
You can
Very
sit them
pretty.
somewhere, and they're just they are very
Okay,
nice.
so there's probably 3 layers if you want to think of it that way.
Right, tell me.
Well, in fact, 4.
4.
Okay,
4.
so one would be they're just pretty. They're decorative. They're shiny. They're like really interesting.
Like your car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, don't
Different.
complicate it.
All right.
My
Sorry.
car's also
Sorry. No,
functional.
leave the car out.
So they're decorative. The
Right.
second thing would be is that if you understand that certain colours and certain ideas inspire feelings and ideas in you, you can use that. But in the same way that you could use anything that relates to you, that stimulates your own mind and that
Right.
helps you focus your if you want to meditate or be creative, it helps you in that
Right.
space. You could use a flower, you could use a crystal, you could use whatever.
Self-raising flower.
The third layer, exactly. The third layer is probably the energetic level that Steve is talking about, which is more like a sort of spiritual, energetic
Transformation
relationship.
type
So
thing, yeah.
that's when you talk about it being, where the crystals are healing or energizing and those kind of things. And then the fourth one is the scientific. So if you actually, which is how I came to them from the first place, is they're just fascinating.
Yes.
Like the way that these mineral structures are formed and why some form in these golden pointy things and other ones are just like grey lumps of rock,
And the fact that we use crystals in so many mechanical processes.
In
there's those
TVs.
quartz crystals in
Yeah.
your watch there that you're wearing.
Can we talk about the Buchan Caves?
I love the Buchan Caves. I've been there many a time.
We can
Potholing.
talk about them.
I like potholing down there.
Well, I see.
When was the last time you went potholing?
About 10 years ago.
What's a pothole?
Wow.
I used to go quite a lot.
I just
actually.
filled the potholes in at home, up the driveway. What are you talking about?
Going
Jumping
down
in
and
water.
exploring caves
Oh.
and, and
Oh,
diving
okay.
around and
So-
hanging off ropes and all
So
that.
our son Luke, that does the music for us, prepares it all for us. He was only a very tiny baby, and we thought, let's go to the Buchan Caves. So we went to the Buchan Caves, and I had him strapped onto the front of me. Now, when I'm thinking of a cave, I had not been in one. So I thought, you go in, and suddenly it opens up, and here are all these, what are they called?
Stalactites.
Yeah,
Stalactites
and
and
once it come up-
stalagmites.
Stalagmites.
Yes, mites and tides.
Mites,
You know
yes.
how you tell the difference?
Well, one's going up, one's going down.
Do you know which is which?
No.
Yes. Stalactites
Tight.
hang tight to the
Ah, to
ceiling.
the
so they
ceiling.
don't
Very
fall down.
good. And the mites come up.
stalagmites are like mighty mountains. rolling
Right.
up.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Just for a quiz in future.
right, exactly. That'll be a quiz question. So we go into, and Mrs. S will be sitting at home crying with laughter right now. We go in there with all these people, and in a row, and suddenly, instead of it getting much bigger,
much smaller.
it got really,
Were you on your hands and knees?
Yeah,
and
Crawling
dark.
through a tunnel.
It gets bigger later.
Yeah.
Well, no one told me that. So suddenly, little Luke, who's tiny, is screaming his head off because he can hear my heartbeat going, and I'm absolutely terrified.
Oh, really?
I'm sweating like crazy. I'm just going, I have to get out.
So it's
now.
like a claustrophobia
Oh yeah,
thing.
100,000,000%.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So
Wow.
I've gone.
100,000,000%. Yeah, pretty emotional
He's
about
pretty
that
sure
one,
of it.
John.
I've got to tell you, I was pushing people out of the way. Get me out.
Oh,
I can't
really?
go
Wow.
backwards, so just get out of the way. And the guide way down the front's going, let him through, let him through. The screaming kid, let him through.
So you didn't get to the big bit where you overlooked the...
I just ran for my life. And I,
But there is something like there's this whole new level of tension when you've got a baby,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So that whole, if you're not feeling anxious enough on your own, the fact that you've got a very small
Yes.
little
I suppose,
human
yeah.
with you, just
However, I do get claustrophobic in a car wash. So, by myself.
really?
So let's not go there. So I got out the other side, and Luke settled down because my heartbeat obviously had settled down and everything settled down. And Mrs. S came out and looked at me and went, oh my God, I was covered in blotches. like little hives everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
wow.
horrible.
Wow.
And I worked out why they called the Buchan Cave. One at 398 Nepean Highway. Go down to see Natalie. She'll look after you with all these crystals and things.
That come
Thanks,
from
Natalie.
caves.
That come from which I will not be digging up. Swingers coming your way. Speaking of swingers, there we go with the caves. Keep sending those requests through. We will knock them out.